Tadbhaktāya Namo Namah. Sri Guru Charana Kamalam Vande Ramana Prasthaya Bhutale Sri Rupananda Bhakti-dam Sakrupa Murtim Narayanam Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Sri Krishna Lila Katane Sudhaksam Aurarya Madhurya Gunaisa Yuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamantam Narayanam Tam Sirasa Namam Tridandi Nam Bhakta Shiromanim Sri Krishna Padabja Udaika Vudi Chaitanya Leela Amrita Sarasaram Narayanam Tam Sadatam Apadye Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of obeisances, Lord of Sweet and Krishna Guru Dev. Rupanaga Guru Varga Nama Nishka Santa Father. All present past future Vaishnava Jatavat Tadavat Pranam. Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Bhavaribhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Now today, Tuesday 28th. Tomorrow is Gopastami, Goshtastami, Go Puja, feeding the cows, and Gadadhar Das Goswami, Dhananjay Pandit, Srinivasa Acharya disappears. That is for tomorrow. Then 1st November Ekadasi, Uttan Ekadasi. 5th November is Purnima, last day of Kartik. Radha Krishna, Naimantika Satyasana, Nimbarkacharya appearance day. Bhurgarbha Goswami, Kashishwar Pandit disappearance day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entering Vrindavan. Srimati Tulsi Devi appearance day. And then appearance of Matsya Avatar, fishing car. So, 15 November is Utpanna Ekadasi, appearance of Ekadasi. So, yesterday, other day, these pastimes, Krishna's beautiful pastimes, reveal his love towards devotees, and also exchange of mellows, Rasika, Raso Vaisa, and one will get attracted to his amazing pastimes. Impossible, even to think of them. Those have become possible. So, it would take away from the fever of this material existence. So, like, So we will continue what yesterday. Uh, Mhm. No, I understand. Yeah, where we said we left here. This is Kartik. Many pastimes of Krishna were carried out in this month. Uh, Radharani is Aristotle Devata. Gurujeshwari, you say. He gives us bhakti potency. And the way Radha, see, Krishna trying to meet Radharani, and Radharani trying to meet Krishna. So, same way we living entities trying to meet Yugal. Actually trying to do service to Radharani, and then through Radharani, she Krishna will be pleased, because we are related to Radha potency. The living entities, like remember, telling triangle, up facing triangle, down facing triangle. Krishna, Radha. Uh, One triangle is Krishna, Balaram, and Paramatma. The other down facing triangle, Radhe, Yogamaya, and Jivatma, living entity. Potency, we are all living entities, whether liberated or conditioned, all these. Eventually meant to serve Radha and Krishna. So, and even in this material world, we are doing service. Okay. But it is incomplete, inconsistent, incomplete, because we are some serving somebody whom we may not like it. Inconsistent. Like we are trying to serve, another living entity who has an enjoying tendency. Like yesterday we told him 2 days ago. No living entity can enjoy another living entity. We're all meant to serve. We are servant. The master is there. How we can serve? We are serving another servant. We are assisting him. So he is assisting. So that is okay. But the servant himself, we are not in enjoying mode. You know, things will pass through him, but he cannot, like a, I don't know, it's appropriate example or not. In a bank, cashier is there. So many cash money is passing through the cashier, but he cannot claim even one penny out of it. What is going through. So like that, the activities, others are helping this and mainly for that. So this is natural. It's not a amazing thing. But situation has created makes it difficult, and so we'll be more anxious. So when you meet, But if you are mating all the time, that is there is not much uh, lack of term, much fun will not be there. Much, rasa will not, you will not be more anxious. That's why Yoga Maya does that. Desire of Krishna. So there is one place called Koshi, huh? Kushasthali. Um, there, for Nanda Maharaj, Krishna has shown one pastime, uh, Kushasthali, Dwarka, Dwarka. And there is a Gomati Kunda. Huh? So one time, Radhika, in an amazing way, she was asking, Koshi, who are you? Koshi was who are you? So the place became known as Koshi, Koshi one. Krishna is very anxious to meet Radharani, like you were telling. And he came one day. Then Radhika is inside house, closing the door. Then he's making noise. Cut, cut, cut. So Radhika is asking, who are you? Krishna is giving answer. I am Krishna. Radhika is considering Krishna is another name for black snake. So he is thinking, if you are Krishna or if you are a black snake, there is no need of coming here. You want to bite me? You go to the forest. There is no need of, no necessity of coming you here. Ah, then Krishna is saying, oh, my dear one, I'm Ganashyama. See, another name for Krishna is Ganashyam. So many names are there. Chakri, Madhusudana, So she's saying Ganashyam. Another meaning for Ganashyam is Gana, meaning very thick, black, or cloud. So blackish cloud, like full of water, about to rain. Ganashyam. If you are that cloud about to rain, there is no need of you. Don't make mess here. You rain and then make a mess. Uh, you go to forest or the fields where you need money, rain. So you pour there, not here. Then Krishna is saying, Pritame, I'm Chakri. My name is Chakri. Uh, Chakri money, actually one word, like Sudarshan Chakra, like one name. So, but another name is Chakri is making mud pot, like round. Is an instrument where you pour mud, water, and then you rotate, but, pot becomes. So, he's saying we are a maker of pot, uh, then if we are maker of pot, we don't need you. There is no need of you. There is no marriage ceremony going on or going to happen here. See, when there is a marriage ceremony, They need lot of pots. In India, they used to cook in mud pots. If you go to Jagannath Puri even today, they cook every day mud pots. You know how many mud pots they need every day? They will not reuse it. Jagannath Puri temple. Maybe thousands of pots every day. They cook so many items. Every time is new. And then after it, the whole pot. So in those time, there was no use and one time use and then discard. In some villages, like when I used to grow up, they used to make ragi balls. Same matki. But sometimes it will last 1 month, 1 week. Then you have to be very careful. It will break. So they will have a new ones. So Radharani is telling there is no need of you here. If you want to make mud part, you go where there is a need. Then Radharani is telling, Krishna is telling, oh Priyatame, oh loved one, I'm Madhusudana. Madhusudana. He's like one who takes grass, sucks honey in the flowers, right? If you are Madhusudan, like a bee, very quickly go away from here. You go to like a flower garden. Okay, you don't need come here. You don't want to bite me. Ah. Then Krishna is telling, Array, oh dear one, I'm your very lovable Hari. Then Radharani laughing and telling, Hari, meaning another name is for like a uh, lion or a monkey. Lion or a monkey, another name for Hari. Then she's saying, there's no need of monkey or lion here. Ah, ah, you want to make me fear? Very quickly go to deep forest. I'm afraid of monkeys and lions here. So like that, there was a uh, Asaparyas, uh, talking back and very uh, obviously like that. Uh, so this is the Leela it happened. Now when we come to Krishna Leela, last time we have to be careful. Uh, because one Leela, it happened. Um, like one devotee, what happened was he was in Vrindavan. Huh? He was doing bhajan, but he went to Dwarka and he had Tapta Mudra and all that. He came back, but then he could not get back his bhajan. He went to his very close advanced Siddha. They said, "Oh, don't come here because you have gone Dwarka and then you." That means you want to follow the followers of Rukmini, not in the Vrindavan. So there's a mismatch. So finally, he has to give up his body. Some incident happened like that. Or Gurudev. That's why you you once you understand the tattva, Dwarka, that's why Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, Aradhyo Bhagavan, Rajesha Tanaya Taddama Vrindavanam, Rajavadu Varga Kalpena, Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanam Amalam, Prema Pumarto, this one, four things. Aradhyo Bhagavan, we worship Krishna. Which Krishna? There are many kinds of Krishna. Okay? He is one. Okay. Krishna is one. There are not too many. But depending upon his mood, his bhava, and also associating devotees, he exhibits certain feelings. The, the topmost is Manmata Manmata. When gopis were searching for Krishna and they were doing Gopi Gita and they appeared, right? There were tears in his eyes looking for Krishna and they were doing Kirtan, right? Mahasankirtan. Gopi Gita is nothing but Sankirtan. All the gopis, imagine. And they're crying out, Krishna, Krishna. Why they are crying? Not for themselves. Oh, Krishna is not there. Main reason is, oh, Krishna must be alone in the forest, dark forest, middle of the night. So many thoughts must be touching. So he is not happy. Why is away from us? We could not help him. We could not serve him. He's alone suffering. Saying that state they are crying. So whatever they do is for the welfare of Krishna, to make him satisfied, to make him happy. That's the main thing. Not to make themselves happy or like that. Main thing. Because they are making him happy, they also become more happy. More happy than him. This is the specialty of Bhakti. So then he appears. Now, Sukadeva Goswami, Bhagavatam, Manmata Manmata. He can enchant millions of cupids, that kind of. So that Krishna is worshipable. Huh? Not Mathura Krishna, Dwarka Krishna. Mathura Krishna, it doesn't have flute, no peacock. He's like he's a princess. He's a prince. So, so our worshipable is Rajendra Nanda, son of Nanda. Then what kind of worship? You know, like a king or a prince or a supreme lord? No. The way gopis worshipped him. How they worshipped him? They they used to uh, uh, they used to call him. We are very bad, bad. So lovingly. So with their eyes, you know, enchantingly. The way gopis worship. How the gopis worship. Whatever they were doing, it is for the satisfaction of Krishna. That's how. Whatever we do, for taking a bath, dressing ourselves, decorating themselves, sleeping. taking prasadam, anything, everything for to please him, not ourselves. See, that is the worship. Prema Kumar. Then what we get? We are not interested in Artha, Dharma, Kama, Moksha. This precept. Artha, Dharma, Kama, Moksha. No, we are interested in Prema, love of Radha Krishna. Service, love for service to Radha Krishna. The way Radharani worship. The way gopis. Foremost gopi is Radharani. Prema Kumar. And what is the evidence based on which we are doing these three? This Srimad Bhagavatam, Pramanam Amalam, topmost evidence. This is our essence of our religion, our tradition. We are not interested in anything. That's why if we go to, of course, we go to Dwarka, Ram Leela, all this we go, pay obeisances. But our idea of recognizing Ram or Dwarka Krishna is the same Nanda Nandan has appeared like here. Same Radharani has become Sita. Same Radharani has incarnated as Rukmini Satyabhama, like that. So we remind, looking at Rukmini, oh, it is Radharani, another form of Sita, other form. Like that. So we pay obeisance to another form of Radha. So everything should remind us of Radha Krishna. Huh? So this is how. So one day, Radha's became very deep. Okay. Uh, so they are trying so many ways, but it is becoming even more and more. Jealous anger. Then the Krishna is trying, and then Sakhis are trying. No, no. At the end, what happened? By discussing with Sakhis how to break, Krishna, he dressed like a Sakhi. Krishna was dressed like a Sakhi. And then with Veena, musical instrument. She came. uh, then Srimati Radhika Singh, her name was Shamari. Um, she was so expert. Um, Radharani was, of course, Radharani herself is so expert. But still, she was amazed by her you know, so much advanced in the music. Huh? Uh, music meaning raga, tala, so many other aspects. She was expert. Spotless, spotless. She was singing. When Radharani heard this, uh, then she was very much astonished. Radharani. She said, "Saki, what is your name? Where do you come from? Where do you stay?" Um, then it is Krishna who has dressed up like that, Saki. Radharani has not yet, spotted that. She is overwhelmed by her quality of musical and all that, her dress quality. Then this Saki is telling, Shamari, who is Krishna. I belong to heavenly place. Kinnari. Um, I'm a Kinnari. Then she was overwhelmed by her music and she wanted to offer, like a uh, the mala, which is made out of all precious pearls like that. She wanted to ready to. Then Krishna, the Shamari Kinnari, this musical, the lady Shamari is saying, she's, huh? She's paying a thing like this. I'm praying at your lotus feet, or are they? Huh? Please, if you want to, you are pleased with me, then you give a mala of not this expensive, most auspicious, most precious pearls and all that. No, but I want mala of your man. You are jealous, angry. You are angry. You give it to me. In other words, give away. Become free from the anger towards me. So, hearing this, um, then Radharani understood. Oh, he is none other than uh, uh, Lord Krishna. Uh, then her man was broken. Uh, So she pleased, and they met together. So, and all the Sakhis were very happy. Ma? Huh? Ready? Okay. Okay. லட்டு வேணுமா? ஆ? வேணுமா வேணும்? ஆ? வேணுமா? எவ்வளவு வேணும்? 3 அங்க இருக்கு தெரியுமா? ரூம்ல பேக்ல இருக்கு. ஆ? சரி. So, so the see the Sakhis were also happy. See, the Sakhis are happy. Radharani that if they Radharani Krishna together meet, if they are happy, they become most happy. Not that the Sakhis want to meet alone separately with Krishna. No, they are not. It is desire is that both will be happy. And some of them, uh, so like that. So they were very happy. Huh? Uh, so this place became because of the Kinnari, came from the heavenly planet. Kinnari Nari, Tara Shamari, huh? Samari. So the present name is Samari. Uh, so this, if you go to etymology of the language transformation, uh, Nari Samari, Nari Samari, not like that. So Gurudev tracing to this Leela. Um, so then one pastime, in the same way. in, in a more detailed way, how intricate this pastime is. One time, uh, Sri Radha's deep love for Sri Krishna was apparent by numerous symptoms. See, now we imagine our she is in her mother's-in-law's house, uh, Yavat, Mother Devi, Yavat. Radharani, not in uh, Vrishabhanupura, Varsana. She is in Yavat, mother-in-law's place. Uh, Jatila, Kutila, and Abhimanyu. Uh, Husband is Abhimanyu. Mother-in-law is Jatila. Kutila is daughter-in-law. Uh, so Jatila is saying, mother-in-law, oh, she has love for Krishna by numerous symptoms. So she became increasingly anxious. One day she called for her daughter Kutila and spoke to her privately. Listen, my dear, not able to protect Radha from that Krishna. What shall we do? What shall we do? Now, then, oh Kutila, I have one solution. Somehow we must prevent Radha from leaving the house for any reason. We should not let her go out of the house. And at the same time, by any means, we must prevent that Krishna coming from entering our home. We must remain fully alert. You know. So we should not let Radha go out of the house, and also we should not let Krishna enter. Then, upon hearing her mother's word, Kutila replied, Mother, it is not possible to check the movement of your daughter-in-law. How can we stop her from leaving the house? When every day, without fail, Rajeshwari Sri Yashoda summons her, calls her to cook for her son. So, how is it possible? And for her son. So, daughter Jatila, she answered, Go to Rajeshwari now and tell her that from today, my daughter in law will not be leaving our house to go anywhere. That Rajeshwari that she can engage Rohini to cook for her son. Let Rohini Mata cook for Krishna. Kutila replied, But mother, Rajeshwari will surely say, huh, Sri Radha has been granted such an extraordinary boon by Durvasa Muni that it cannot be described in words. Everyone in Brajamandal knows that because of this boon, those who partake of Sri Radha's cooking will live long and have all of their obstacles destroyed. So everybody knows Rajeshwari will then say, What? Krishna is my only son. Eating the food cooked by Radha enables him to remain safe and well and free from the obstacles created by wicked demons. That's why I try to ensure that daily he eats food cooked by Radharani's hand. When she said that, how should I reply? Kutila is asking her mother, Jetila. Then Jetila is saying, Oh daughter, you should say to Rajeshwari. Rajeshwari is Yashoda. And what if the best of sages were to come along tomorrow or the day after and bless Radha that whomever she touches will live a long life? then what would happen? Tell me. If somebody is trying to, if Radharani touches somebody, they will uh, have a long life. Then what would happen? Oh, Rajeshwari, who are learned in ethics, would you then call Radha to your home and have her touch your son? See, now Radharani is married to Abhimanyu. How she will touch somebody else? See, not. So she's saying, how can you do that to your son? And another thing, what kind of moral code states that any well-bred girl may daily go to another man's house to cook for him? You know. So my daughter-in-law's ill repute has spread throughout Braja. How can I tolerate that? Don't I have as much affection for any daughter-in-law as you have for your son? See, you have so much affection for your son, so I have so much affection for my daughter. How I can tolerate bad name for her? You should then say, so now you have heard my reasons for not sending my daughter-in-law to your house. If you remain determined to feed your son with food that Radha has cooked, then send Dhanishta to my house 3 times a day to fetch modaka, laddu, and other sweets that she has made for him. Radharani is an expert in making laddu, modaka. So instead of she going to your house, let Dhanishta come here and take what Radharani has cooked for him. Huh? Do like that. Then explain everything to Rajeshwari. If she becomes infuriated, because she is like Rajeshwari, she is the queen of Vrindavan. Nanda Maharaj is the king, right? It becomes infuriated, becomes unhappy. We will leave our town and move elsewhere. We'll go somewhere else. I will do anything to save my daughter-in-law from that licentious son of a bad son, from Krishna. It's so notorious. So, like that, she is telling. After this discussion, Jatila and Kutila confined Sri Radha to the house so as to thwart any chance of her meeting with Sri Krishna. See, they decided they will not let Radharani go out of the house. And not even Saraswati, what happens? Alas, not even Saraswati, goddess of speech and learning, could describe the sorrow of the young couple who were consumed by the forest fire of not being able to see each other. The Radha Krishna was so separation, so much sorrow because not able to meet together. Even Saraswati cannot explain in her words. There's no words. To extinguish the Radha's burning fire of separation from Sri Krishna, the Sakhis made her a cooling bed of lotus petals, smeared with a paste of camphor and sandalwood. You know, sandalwood and camphor makes you cool, huh, in a bed of lotus flower. However, when Sri Radha touched that bed, the petals instantly withered, became dried with the heat of her fevered body. Intense fire, fever because of the separation. So, how will Sri Radha be able to pass 24 hours without seeing Sri Nandananda? She cannot tolerate even those brief moments when her eyelids blink and vision of him is obstructed. See, when he blink, Radharani condemns Brahma, the creator, for creating eyelids. Eyelids close and pray to be born as a fish with eyes that never close. See, Wow, what an amazing thing. So Sri Radha fell unconscious on the bed of flowers, unable to see or hear anything. She wants to hear Krishna to service to Krishna. She is not getting that, so she became unconscious. Nothing, When on Rajeshwari's order, Tanishta arrived there. She saw Sri Radha's condition of burning in separation from Sri Krishna. Then Varjeshwari, Yashodamaya sent Tanishta, go to Radha. What has happened? She's telling. Radharani is unconscious. She's saying Tanishta. And now Tanishta is telling Lalita. Shaka, they're all Sakis are there. They're also crying. They are also, oh, Lalita, listen. Sri Radha did not come to cook for Sri Krishna this morning. Just one day. So Sri Rohini cooked for him instead. After he had eaten his breakfast, he went out to graze the cows. Rajeshwari, Yashoda, see that Krishna has not eaten with the same relish that he usually does. He was not happy. So she became extremely sad at heart and sent me here. Krishna was not happy. He was taking something. He was not pleased. And Yashoda sees that she is disturbed. She is not happy. If son is not happy, she is not happy. Then she sent here, Dhanishta. I've come to get modaka and other preparation for Sri Krishna to eat tonight. And also tomorrow morning before we take the cows out to graze. So I come here, you know, sweet that Radharani has cooked. And tonight he's going to take food after coming from the grazing. So he will take that. And also for morning, the night we will. So that's why Yashoda has sent me. But how can Sri Radha possibly make these sweets when she is in unconscious state? See? Oh dear, what will I do now? See, Tanishta is telling Larita like this. She is unconscious. How she will cook for Krishna? You know. Unable to see any other solution, Dhanishta went over to see Radha and loudly spoke into her ear. See, Radha is unconscious. Huh? How to make her? Then she said, Dhanishta, Radhe, just look, Sri Krishna is standing right here before you. No, no, he's not there, she's telling to me. Radhe, see who is standing here in front of you. Krishna is standing before you. As soon as these words entered her ear, lotus-eyed Sri Radha regained consciousness. Dhanisha told her that regained consciousness. She told Rajeshwara, Yashodamaya sent her to ask Radha to prepare modaka and others sweets for Sri Krishna. Order of Yashoda. Dhanisha telling, please cook these things for Krishna. Although Radha was burning in the fire of separation from Krishna, as soon as she heard Yashoda's request from the lips of Dhanishta, then what happened? Abundant strength. So much strength came into Radha. See, as soon see, this is the thing. Oh, Yashoda Maya is asking you to cook. Even though she is unconscious, so much fever and all that, immediately that she is at the service, need of service, request for service. she got it. And she has so much strength entered her body. Then she's telling, Oh Rupamanjari, quickly prepare the stove and kindle a fire in it. Bring the small pan, and I will make all the preparations that Yashoda Maya desires for Sri Krishna. 1 second, not even a second. She cannot answer. Saki, today I will make 4 times the amount of modaka and other foodstuffs that I usually make. I'll cook more, 4 times more. Don't worry in the least for my health. With these words, he rather promptly sat down on a splendid seat by the stove. She is ready immediately. How amazing! A moment earlier, Sri Radha's bed of lotus petals had withered and dried with her burning touch. But now, as she makes sweets for her beloved, the flames of the stove cools her body. You know, amazing. See, when you're cooking with the stove, it's very hot, right? It makes you hot, warm. But that heart making her cool. You know. So the uppermost realm of prema, Radha Krishna, possesses an amazing and inconceivable power in which the cooling moon can radiate scorching heat and fire can cool. you know, opposite thing. How can anyone ever understand such prema? See, how can one who has taken the shelter of such prema ever be understood? See, these are two problems. How can anyone understand that prema? Who are taken shelter of that? Uh, how it can be understood? No, very difficult. It's beyond the logic. This- So Sri Lalita then said, O Dhanishta, will abundant rain not fall from lightning filled clouds? Will the fresh new rain cloud, and that is Sri Krishna, inlaid with the creeper of lightning, Sri Radha, appear no more? So she is telling Lalita, O Dhanishta, no, I think the rain will stop now. So what is that rain? Is that Krishna, right? And the lightning is Radha. Going to stop? No rain, no lightning, thunders, lightning. If the rain cloud does not appear, there will be no shower of rasa, and the Sakhi's harvest of ecstatic bliss will wither and will be utterly destroyed. See, their exchange of Radha and Krishna, that is the ecstatic bliss for Sakhis, and that will wither away. What you say is true, Dhanishta is playing. See, Krishna and his Sakhas are suffering the same distress as his Sakhis of Sri Radha. Even Sakhas are disturbed because Krishna is not happy. So they are also, everybody will be disturbed. If Krishna is happy, everybody is happy. Krishna is not happy, everybody is unhappy. So, what more can I say? Even the deer, peacocks, parrots, bumblebees, and other creatures of Vrindavan are affected by this great distress. See, the Krishna is root of all happiness. If not happy, then no. It must be same thing true, but we are not understanding. That's why we are not happy. Because Krishna is also not happy that we are suffering. He is also suffering. We are stuck with the Maya. But we have independence. Independent. You will not mess with that independence. With independence, we have chose to be attracted to Maya. So now we should understand what is the real cause of our suffering. We have to do Kartik Mass, follow Kartik Mass, and imbibe these pastimes of Radha Krishna. Understand why we are suffering, you know, how we can get around. So then Radha had finished making sweets. She gave them to Dhanishta. Dhanishta whispered something into the ears of Sri Radha, Lalita, and other Sakhis, and then returned to the house of Nanda Maharaj. See, Radha cooked 4 times. Dhanishta, before going away, taking that, she whispered something into Radha's ear, Lalita, and all other Sakhis. Huh? Some plan. It's going to unfold later. Huh? That evening, what happened? Vishaka went to Jetila. Evening, huh? She was waiting. Went to Jetila before her. She made a show of wailing in grief, rolling about on the ground. Seeing her in such a state, Jetila asked, Shaka, why are you crying? She in the evening, Vishaka went to Jetila, mother-in-law of Radha. She's rolling on the floor, crying. So pathetic thing. Then Jetila is asking, why? Oh, Jetila, oh, why? Oh, Lalita and Jetila is asking, why, Vishaka, what happened? What is the, why are you crying? So, please tell me what is that? Then she's saying, oh, Sri Radha has been bitten by a black snake. She did not see. And Vishaka answered through her tears, notably perturbed. Jetila asked, where did it happen and how did it bite her? Where did it happen? How did it bite her? Then she's telling, huh, Vishaka, the snake was hiding in the Badri tree. There's a tree, Badri tree there. Saw Vishaka. Radha mistook the jewel on the head of the snake for her own. As she reached to take the jewel, the serpent bit her on the hand. You know, the jewel was there. She thought it was her, want to take it, and then the snake bit her. Oh, no, I'm doomed. Jetila lament. She's crying. A thunderbolt has struck my head, sobbing. She rushed to see Sri Radha's chamber, where Radha lay trembling on the ground. When Jetila saw her daughter-in-law in this state, she wailed loudly and pounded her breast with both hands in anguish. Oh, what to do? What? She's crying. Jetila called out to Kutila, quickly, my daughter, run to the cowshed. Tell your brother to bring a person who knows the art of removing snake venom by mantra. He can remove the poison from my daughter-in-law. Go quickly, tell Abhimanyu, bring a snake charmer, the one who knows to remove poison. Huh? Even nowadays also they do in villages. Huh? Jetila then asked to Sri Radha, daughter-in-law, how are you feeling now? Oh, mother-in-law, Radha replied, all I know is that my body is burning with the poison. I don't know more than that. I cannot say more than that. But if any male who is learned in mantra touches even one of my toes, I will immediately leave this body. I am a chaste wife, and my vow of chastity is firm. I don't want some unknown snake charmer or male person cannot touch me. If you touch, I will leave up this body. I'm a chaste wife. My vow of chastity is firm. My daughter-in-law, do not speak like that. Like that. In an emergency, he's telling. Hare Krishna. ಹನ್ನೊಂದುವರೆಗ ಆಯ್ತು. ಇವನಿಗೆ ಶಿವಾನಂದ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡು 10:30 ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಆಯ್ತು. Then, uh, then see, Radharani is telling, I don't want anybody, male especially, not touch my boy. Even though he is a doctor, he is a Vaidya, trying to remove the poison. I don't want. Otherwise, I will leave my boy. Then Jetila is saying, no, 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 don't. Because in emergency, a virtuous person may eat something that is ordinarily forbidden or touch something he normally would not touch. These are emergency situations. When danger threatens, there is no fault in using mantras or other remedies. This is prescription of those learned in the scriptures. Scriptures give that thing. Exceptions. So don't worry. You should not be very stubborn like that. Rather replied, please listen to me. I will give up my life right now before your eyes. I am unable to obey your order under any circumstance. When Jatila heard this from her daughter-in-law, she became filled with excessive anxiety. See, this is the see, because Radharani is not willing. See, you can see her amazing in a hidden meaning. She is so dedicated to Krishna and nobody else. Huh? And of course, Jatila cannot understand this. She is in the ordinary sense. Huh? Then, just then, a neighbor came and advised her, dear noble lady, some neighbor, huh? You should call Sri Hari. It was he who subdued the powerful poisonous serpent, Kaliya and Aga. Krishna did this lila, right? Kali and Aga. It was so poisonous. It was jumping and up and down and down. And he was coiled by snake and then he got released. He grew so much, and then he jumped. He tamed it. That he did not kill. He tamed it and then asked him to. He was not affected by the poison. Not also Agasura, another snake. And with a mere glance, he brought back to life the cows that had died from drinking Kaliyavruda's poisoned water. You can remove the poison just in glancing upon your daughter-in-law. See, some neighbor is telling Jatila, hey Jatila, why you are worried? Just call Hari Krishna. By just glancing upon her, she will recover from the deadly snake bite. So, overhearing this, Radha is telling, Radha is the pain caused by the false accusations I have suffered regarding that Krishna is far more painful than this burning poison. Anyone who tries to have him come here anywhere near me is my lifelong enemy. See how he is telling Radha. Because Radharani is so dedicated. Just why? Right in that. But she is putting that. That's why she says somebody is suggesting, but Jetila is not saying anything. Radharani is telling, no, no. If such person brings Krishna in front of me, he will be my biggest enemy. I will never tolerate that. Huh? I don't want to see any other male. Listen, Jatila told Sri Radha. Kutila and I will quickly go to see Purnamasi. We'll go and see Purnamasi. She is well versed in the Tantric and Agama scriptures and knows excellent mantras to cure snake bites. She will come and cure you now. You should not object to this. Don't worry, we will not call Krishna. Nobody. We don't like that either. So, but we Purnamasi, we will, and I'm sure she is capable, and we will bring her. You should not have objection for this. Vishaka said, noble lady, that is an excellent idea. Please do not delay. Quickly go there. I will tie a string around Radha's wrist. So keep the poison from moving to her body. But it will only work for an hour and a half. Once the poison reaches her head, nothing will save her. Even a snake bites, usually hold it, right? Especially bites in the head, you know, hold it, or a thigh, tight, tight. So blood flow will be minimum, not be there. But how long? Not for too long. So Jetila immediately went to Purnamasi, paid her obeisances, and told her everything that had happened. Purnamasi turned to Gargacharya's daughter, Gargi, and asked, "Oh, my daughter, have you learned the art of reciting snake mantras from your father?" And Gargi said, "No, I have not. But my younger sister has." "What is your sister's name?" asked Purnamasi. "Where does she live and where she is right now?" "Her name is Vidyavali," replied Gargi. "She lives with her husband's family in Kashipura." Kashi. At the moment, she is visiting our parents' homes in Mathura, and she came to visit me here yesterday. It just so happened that she is in my house right now. Ah, uh, uh, Vidyavali. Vidyavali is the sister of Gargi, and she has heard mantras from his father. And where is she? She is in Kashi, but luckily she is in her house. Mathura. So, and she has come to see me. When more Jetila heard this, she turned her ear, tear-soaked face to Gargi and anxiously said, "Oh, Gargi." See, Jetila is so anxious to save Radharani, her daughter-in-law. And Gargi, I will fall at your feet. Please come to our house with your sister and purchase me and my son with the charity of your nectarian mercy. You save my daughter-in-law and you have purchased me and my son. Then Gargi is telling Paramas, first you go home and later Jetila and Kutila will go there. Purnamas is telling, Gargi, you should go to your home and later Jetila will go there. If they are able to please Vidyavali and take her to their house, Radhika will immediately be free from the effect of the poison. This is the ruling. Purnamas. Earlier that day, what has happened? Ah, see, earlier that day, Dhanishta, when she remembered, Dhanishta whispered something to Radharani and Lalita and all that. Same thing she has whispered to Gargi also. Dhanishta has told Gargi to dress up Sri Krishna as a beautiful young girl. Gargi, like her sister. Gargi had already done so and had taken her in to her house. So she did not see any necessity to go there before Jetila. Purnamas is telling, she is indicating she is also very, very intelligent. You go first, and then later Jetila will come later. That means you make ready. She is indicating. Chetila Kutila cannot understand. But now Gargi knows she has already made that arrangement. Why delay? Take Jatila and Kutila also with her. They went together house where Gargi addressed Sri Krishna. Addressed, addressed Sri Krishna. Was disguised as a beautiful young girl, you know. So Vidyavali. Then Sister Vidyavali, now Gargi is talking to Vidyavali. Vidyavali, sister, you have heard the name of Sri Vrishabhanu Nandini. She is famous throughout Vraja and she is endowed with all good qualities. Today, great calamity has befallen her. She has been bitten by a jeweled serpent, and now her body is filled with poison. That's why her mother-in-law and sister-in-law, see, Kutila and Jetla have come here. You should go with them to their house at once. Then, sister, then Vidyavali is telling, oh sister, you are learned, and yet you speak like an ignorant person. Alas, alas, I'm a chaste and pure girl, and also the wife of a Brahmana. But according to you, I am knowledgeable in the uncivilized art of snake charming. You know, she is denying, she is not cooperating. So, please listen to me. My father's family in Mathura is renowned, and my husband's illustrious family is preeminent in Kashi. Who in this world has not heard of these two families? I cannot understand how we can cast such noble lineages into the mud of infamy. It is how you show your affection. He is not willing. Huh? Old Jetila then addressed Vidyavadi, saying, I pay my respects unto your feet. If you restore my daughter-in-law into health, you will purchase me and my son with the dust of your feet. What more can I say? She is so, Jetila is so, you know, life force is going on. She wants to save Radharani. So he is willing. Now, but Vidyavali is not willing. Old woman of Raja, she replied, Vidyavali, you are not aware of the tradition of our Brahmana family. Wives of Brahmanas do not wander from house to house like common covered girls because of the nobility of their exalted family lineage. See, this is also true. In the Leela of when Krishna went for one time, we will see later that was, they were all hungry. That day, they came to different place, so the lunch arrangement was not proper, did not happen. They were all hungry. Krishna said, what should be? All the Sakhas were asking Krishna, where I can eat food for the lunch. Then he said, nearby there are Brahmanas doing yajna. Go there. Krishna sent them. Krishna Balram sent. Then they went. They denied. They would not even look at them. All this food stuff is meant for yajna, satisfaction of Vishnu. And they don't know that Vishnu himself is asking. Ah, so they denied. They came back. Krishna, they are not entertained. They are hungry. Then Krishna said, don't worry. Now, next time, please go one more time. Don't ask those Brahmanas. Ask their wives, Brahmanis. And they went asked. Brahmanis was so happy. Whatever cooked for yajna, they carried back to Krishna and they were fed. But the Brahmanas were saying, don't go away. We are not supposed to enter somebody else. We are not supposed to leave the house. See, very strict rules were there at the time. But anyway, For love of Krishna, for service to Krishna, they disobeyed the husband. You know. But what happened? They pleased Krishna, and Krishna said, "No, you should go back." And they said, "No way, they will not accept us. We have, we have, we have, we have overtaken the scriptural laws. Understood the behavior of Brahmanis, wives of Brahmanas, will be rejected by everybody." Krishna said, "No, because you have pleased me, everything will be all right. Don't worry." So when they came back, what happened? Meantime, because they pleased Krishna, the illusion that Brahmanas were in was also removed. And they understood, wow, Krishna is looking. He himself, and we are so bad. Our wives are so exalted, even though they never went to Gurukula and all that. They know the Shastra, the summary, essence of Shastra. We don't know. So when they all came back, they welcomed back. Oh, we are so fortunate. He saved our life like that. Completely changed. So if Krishna is pleased, everything is possible. Huh? So like that, the tradition of Brahmanas, very tough, very difficult. So Vidyavali is telling this to Jatila. I know it is your life and death, but for me, it is also life and death. I cannot go against our tradition. Then Gargi told Vidyavali, sister, you are well versed in the standards and prohibitions given in the Shrutis and Smritis. Yet you put forward opinions about caste and family. That shows we have no transcendental vision, like the Brahmanas, intact transcendental vision. And listen to me. The gopis of Raja are endowed with highly respectable qualities such as fame and compassion. And Gopas are equal to Vrishabhanu Maharaj. You don't understand anything about their real nature, their family lineage, and their devotion to Lord Vishnu. I know all about those Brahmanas of Kashi, especially your in-laws. They're all against Lord Vishnu. Do not tell me anything more about them. Ever since you moved to Kashipura, your outlook has become as as hard as theirs. Huh? Good sister, please do not be angry with me. Pleaded Vidyavali. Do calm down. I'm utterly dependent on you. Now Vidyavali is cooling down. Now he refused to cooperate, but because of Gargi thing, cool down. I utterly depend on you. I shall do whatever you ask me to do. But in this regard, I have one great apprehension. Ah, see how Krishna in that Vidyavali is making, he's putting more rasa in. Ah, he's making it more this pastime, more very amazing. That's why Raso Vaisa. Krishna himself is telling. In Mathura, I heard a rumor that Nanda Maharaj has a mighty son who is most self-willed and licentious, and we have no respect even for the Brahmanas. Ah, if as I walk on the path, he suddenly looks at me with the some same lusty glance he casts upon all the women of the Vraja, I will immediately give up my life. Alas, I cannot in any way disgrace my two aristocratic families. Krishna himself is telling this. He is making more hilarious. So then who will understand that he is actually Krishna? You see? Oh, very funny. Then Gargi is telling, my dear sister, there is no need to be afraid. For I myself will travel with you. Vidyavali then agreed. And then she and Gargi set off for Jatila's house with the others. On the way, Vidyavali said to Jatila, please listen to me. She's telling Jatila, Vidyavali, what are things going to happen? How are listen to me. The snake poison is to be removed by both mantra and medication. Mantra and medication. Mantras are in my throat, and the medication is the tambula that I will chew and will become sanctified by the mantras in my throat. See, mantras in my throat, and she chewing the palm, tambula. So it will be soaked by the mantras. Good woman, will your daughter-in-law will take this medication. See, the medication I have to give, I am chewing that. Your daughter-in-law will accept that. Then Chetila is saying, my daughter-in-law is very devoted to the Brahmana. Right? Of course, she will eat your chewed tambula. There is no doubt about it. When it comes to medicine, Gargi said, there is no consideration regarding what is edible, what is inedible. Even a great emperor who rules other powerful kings take the remnants of Brahmana. What to speak of those from other castes? Vidyavali soon arrived. So Jetila promised that it will happen. So Vidyavali arrived at Jetila's house. When she came inside, Jetila and Abhimanyu respectfully faced their feet. Then Jetila went to see Radha and sprinkled bathing water on her head, eyes, mouth, and breast everywhere. Jetila said to Sri Radha, O daughter-in-law, by some great fortune, this noble soul, the daughter of Gargacharya, just arrived. She is expert in the science of removing snake poison. She will touch all your limbs while chanting mantras, and soon you will become healthy. One more thing, be prepared for her to place in your mouth her chewed tambula that has been sanctified mantras. Please do not object to this. Jatila is telling, requesting Radharani, don't reject this tambula chewed by this uh, doctor. Then Vidyavali. When Vidyavali entered the Radha's room, she saw that Radha's body was covered from head to foot with cloth. She told Jatila, old woman, remove the cloth that covers your daughter-in-law's body. I need to move my hands over her body, starting from her feet, while chanting a mantra to cure the snake bite. My hands will detect what part of her body the poison has reached. And my hands come to those places, I will repeat mantra that will remove the venom. Jatila removed the cloth and Vidyavali began to move her hands over Sri Radha. She started with her feet, gradually moving up her body. When she reached Sri Radha's breast, she went no further, but kept both hands on them as she chanted incantation to Garuda over Garuda mantra over and over again. Vidyavali then turned to Jatila and said, old woman, something is wrong. Poison is not leaving. What shall I do now? Now, Vidyavali is saying, poison is very strong, it's not leaving now. Jatila replied, kindly take some of that chewed medicine from your mouth and put into us, and then she will see what happens. I keep putting that purified medicine into her mouth. Vidyavali said, but she continues to tremble and breathe deeply. She is still yellow with the poison. I shall have to change the treatment. Ah, even though she put into mouth a tambula, she is not recovered yet. So Vidyavali, she is telling, I have to change the treatment. All of you, please leave the room. I will look the door. I will lock the door and recite a mantra. I will lock the door. I will recite a mantra to invoke the snake. I will summon the snake. I will bring that snake. Call the snake that bit your daughter. The snake will arrive within a moment, and I will talk to him with him. Do not worry in the slightest. I will very soon revive your daughter now. After I have been reciting this mantra, I will focus mind for 3 hours. I will show all of you the result. So on Gargi's advice, everyone went to another room. And after a while, they returned to the courtyard outside Sri Radha's room. The gopis who knew Vidyavali's real identity, see, Lalita, they knew who is she, that Vidyavali. Yes. Spoke within earshot of Jetila and Kutula. Come on, they said, let us listen to the conversation between Vidyavali and the snake. Come, come, we listen to the conversation. And Sri Krishna paint two different voices, that of Vidyavali and that of snake. See, Vidyavali is Krishna. So he is there, Radharani is lying down. So he is mimicking the voice of a snake and also Vidyavali. Both. He is expert. He learned all. It is there in all the time. So Sakis understood everything with immense merriment, caught in a whirlpool of devotion of his teeth, his son gleamed with excitement. So in Vidyavali's voice, Krishna is asking, as if he making sound. Snake has come. Oh, he's mantra witnessing, telling, invoking snake. And snake coming there, making sound. Then he's telling Krishna, oh, king of snakes, where have you come from? In the voice of the snake, he's replying, from Kailash. On whose order have you come? He's saying, Chandramauli, Chandraardhamoli, 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 Chandraardhamoli. Why is Shiva is wearing moon afternoon? Is that anything? So another name for Shiva is Chandra Ardham. Uh, Shiva ordered me to come here. What was his instruction? To bite Jatila's son Abhimanyu. Shiva asked the snake to bite Abhimanyu. What is Abhimanyu's crime? Devali asked. He has not committed any offense, replied the snake. But his mother has committed two. Then why did he not bite Abhimanyu's mother? Why? Because Jatila will experience a greater burning when she owns her son than she would through the fire of my venom. Replied snake. See, if I bite her, she will not feel pain so much. If I bite his son, she will feel more pain. That's why I did not bite her. Then why did you bite Abhimanyu's wife instead of him? Inquired Vidyavati. Then the snake explained, Durvasa, the best of sages, has given the blessing of Saubhagyavati to Sri Radha. Saubhagyavati, the crown jewel of chaste ladies. You will be a chaste lady. He has given blessing to Radha. Because he has given her that blessing to be a woman whose husband is alive, Abhimanyu cannot die as long as she remains alive. See, she is chaste. So no matter what happens, Abhimanyu will not die. As long as Radharani is alive, he is Saubhagyavati. So if I fight, what is the so Durvasa's boon and Sri Radha's chastity are extremely powerful. That's why I cannot kill Abhimanyu without first fighting Sri Radha and killing her. Today I beat Sri Radha, and at dawn tomorrow I will bite Abhimanyu. Tomorrow I will come and bite Abhimanyu. The rest of Jatila's life will be filled with fearsome suffering, and she mourns both her son and her daughter. See, she will suffer more. Vidyavali Dana, please tell me what are the old woman's Jatila's two crimes? What are the crimes she did, old woman? Snake replied, Jatila's first offense was to defame the sage Durvasa, who is manifestation of Lord Shiva himself. She defamed her. The second offense was to falsely accuse Nanda Maharaja's son, who is the very source of Sri Hari, the worshipable deity of Lord Shiva. See, Lord Shiva worship Lord Vishnu, and Nanda Maharaj's son is not different from him. By confining her daughter-in-law to her room, Jatila has created an obstacle for Nandan, Sri Krishna, to get his meals. Because of these two offenses, Jatila and her daughter Kutila will weep in lamentation for Sri Radha and Abhimanyu for the rest of their lives here in Rajamandal. See, so uh, defamed Durvasa and they are causing disturbance to Krishna's meals. uh, so this is not acceptable by Lord Shiva. So that's why he ordered me to come and fight. When old Jatila heard this, she began to weep loudly. Now she is hearing all this Jatila, this conversation, and she started crying. Alas, alas, oh my son, oh daughter-in-law, who are very life here. Uh, uh, Abhimanyu and Radha, very life here for me. Will will I never again hear your receive the blessing? May you both live long. She then implored Vidyavali. Oh Vidyavali, no, snake, no, the doctor. Vidyavali, I'm surrendering at your feet. Please somehow satisfy this king of snakes. From now on, I will never prevent my daughter-in-law from daily going to Nanda Maharaj's house to cook for Sri Krishna. She is taking a vow. I will never come in the way. She is free to go according to her desire. She will return home only when she has completed all her duties there. So she is agreeing. Now, O Durvasa, best of sages, she is praying. I pay my obeisances at your feet hundreds and hundreds of times. I am praying to you, please forgive my offense. I am renowned for being old, feeble minded, and quite mad since birth. See, this is the nature of actually Brajavasi. When it comes to some danger for their own dear one, they go become very meek and you know how dear it is. The mind of my daughter Kutila has always been devious and crooked, just like her name Kutila. So, see, Radha's character and disposition are virtuous, but my daughter has caused us much suffering for no reason. Hearing her mother's words, Kutila fell to the ground to offer her respect to the snake. Oh, king of snakes! Now Kutila's daughter is also praying. Oh, king of snakes, please forgive me. Please be kind and do not bite my brother tomorrow morning. I will never again make any accusations about Radha, against Radha. I will never again prevent her from leaving the house. From now on, she can go wherever she wants with her Sakhis. The king of snakes said, "O gopis, carefully hear my words. I swear by Lord Shambhu that see, snake is affirming in the name of Shiva that Sri Radha is a virtuous and chaste wife. O Jatila." Of course, this meaning is Jatila and Kutila, they look differently and they are also different. Both are right in a way. So, O Jatila, I will only trust you if you accept this as fact and swear an oath upon the head of your son. See, snake is requesting on this. On hearing this, Jatila placed her hand on her son's head and swore the oath. See, this is a powerful thing. She then said, O king of snakes, putting head on the head of his son. If she goes against it, then son will die. Okay. So putting a head on Abhimanyu's son. O king of snakes, I have full faith in your words. I will never again confine my daughter-in-law to the house. Please bestow your mercy upon me this once by blessing my son and daughter-in-law with long life. Huh? Let them leave. Don't bite my son. Not like that. So then what happened? The snake then said, "So be it. I'm completely satisfied with you, old lady. You should also worship sage Durvasa and offer him good food. I shall now remove the poison from Sri Radha's body and return to Kailas. I will remove and then go back to Kailas. If you wish, you may falsely accuse your daughter-in-law of having some relationship with Krishna. I will not be angry with you for that. But from this day forth, if you ever prevent her from going here and there, I will be so enraged. I will immediately bite your son and daughter-in-law, and they will both die." Thereafter, Vidyavali's voice joyfully exclaimed, "Oh gopis, now you can be supremely blissful. The snake has removed the poison and disappeared, and Rishabhanu Nandini is completely cured." Ah, so she declared. They opened the door and entered the room. "Radha," they asked, "how are you feeling now?" She said, "I'm feeling well," she replied. "I don't feel any burning sensation anymore." Everyone bowed respectfully at Vidyavali's feet and said, "Oh Vidyavali, all glories to you. You have gained limitless pious credit by restoring Sri Radha's life, and your life has become completely auspicious." Kutila whispered in Jatila's ear, "Mother, give Sri Radha's necklace to Vidyavali as a reward." Kutila instead, Jatila, make Radha's necklace given to Vidyavali. "What are you saying, Kutila?" Jatila responded. "With only a necklace, I will give her all of Sri Radha's jewelry, not just one necklace." Daughter-in-law, Chetila is telling, "Oh, Radhe, oh, daughter-in-law, with a happy heart, adorn Vidyavali with all your ornaments, your mother, and you will give away all your ornaments to, because she is saved your life. Don't worry, your mother and Brajeshwari, Yashoda, will soon give you new ones. Don't worry." Then Vidyavali is telling, "My daughter-in-law will personally adorn you with these decorations. Please accept them for my sake. Do not say that you cannot accept the gift." Radha proceeded to use her clothes, ornaments, and so forth to decorate Sri Krishna, who was disguised as Vidyavali. As she did so, she thought, Radharani is thinking. Huh? What she is thinking? She's not telling openly. She's thinking. "My beloved and I cannot enjoy in front of my Sakis, even though they are as close to me as my own soul. Yet today, just freely enjoyed with me to his heart content right in front of my mother-in-law and sister-in-law. Today I had no opportunity to display my contrary nature, Vamya Bhava. Usually, if she is alone, she is Vamya. Uh, so I could only remain in a submissive mood, Dakshina Bhava. But let it be. Today the desire I have dear, held dear birth after birth has been fulfilled. Because today I repeatedly tasted the tambula chewed by my beloved. See, Vidyavali gave chewed, and that was Krishna to Radha. So she is very, very happy. For such a long time, I have considered my mother-in-law and sister-in-law to be my enemies. But today they have brought the beloved of my life to our very house. They have bowed down and worshipped his feet, and they were the cause of his meeting and even enjoying openly with me. Because of this, I pray to have firm devotion to their feet. See, rather than inner feeling. Huh? She is not telling this now. Today we met each other, and now I am decorating my beloved Pranavallabha directly in front of my mother-in-law and on her order as well. O Providence, you are blessed. I offer you my homage and sing your glory. Where and to whom could I possibly narrate this incident that was orchestrated by you? I cannot say this to anybody. So, noble Jatila, then Vidyavali is telling, noble Jatila, it is already after midnight. See, it happened in the evening, snake bite. All this proceeding took midnight. Now, now Radharani is recovered. Vidyavali is asking Jatila, it is midnight. What do you want us to do now? If you have no more instructions, uh, we two sisters will quickly return home. Old Jatila said, Gargi and Vidyavadi, how can you return to your home in the middle of the night? Why don't you happily rest in our house tonight? Gargi replied, I certainly obey your order, your words, because trace of that deceitful snake poison is still left in our hearts and has not been completely dispelled. When someone has been bitten by this black snake, their fever may seem to go down at first, but there is a chance that it may rise again. It is necessary for the patient to remain near the one who has learned the mantras. Patient should remain near the doctor. Both Kutila and Jatila said, so be it, let Vidyavali, who is learned in mantras, rest happily together with Sri Radha on the flower bed in the room on the roof. So let Vidyavali also rest with Radharani. So Sri Radha and Krishna are most adept in relishing divine pastime. The ingenious artistic sports they manifest are magnificent waves in the ocean of pure spiritual Amaras love. The Sakhis also dance incessantly in the sporting arena in the waves of merriment in the ocean of prema. So this is an amazing uh, thing. So this is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, narrating different measures. So it brings out so many points. The deep love of Radha and Krishna. And also um, his ways of arranging, you know. Yogamaya. Very, very amazing. Looks real, huh? But also it brings out the so much rasa. Uh, so this is very, very marvelous. Uh, so in our time, so Kartik Maas ki jai, Kartik Vrat ki jai, Kartik Leelas ki jai, Kartika's pastimes be jai. Damodarashtakam ki jai, Damodara Vrat ki jai, and Gostashtami ki jai, Gostashtami ki jai. All glories to everyone. All goes to Gurudev, Shinachakra, Thakur, Rajavasi. Sai Gaur Premanande, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hello, Pranam.
Dandavat
Tomorrow
Pranam,
is
Gurudev, Dandavat Pranam.
Gostashtami and Gopashtami. So in this one, tomorrow some temples they usually dress Radharani as a Gopa, a very special. Some temples because that is a pastime. So one can have the darshan of a lotus feet tomorrow. Some temples. So Gopashtami ki Jai Radharani ki Jai Bhava. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram.
Ram.
And
Hare